I gotta get a haircut. Straight up. I know what you're thinking. It's weird to get a haircut on a wig, right? But I still need to trim it. Go full man bun like Germa. I've never been like a rebel when it comes to hair or facial hairstyles. I've never really done the mustache, and I've never done anything crazy like grow out super long with my hair. Can you grow an 80s stash? What is an 80s stash? Oh, like the Tom Selleck. Okay. This is like totally within my wheelhouse. I can't really pull off this hair. You see, the thing is, imagine this guy with a lot less hair, and then suddenly this mustache is less cool. I don't think anyone would dislike a nice Selleck mustache. That's a classic mustache. I'm bald, and let me tell you, mustaches go. I feel that, but I think that's full bald. What we have to worry about is being half bald, full mustache, which I think is a bad look. There's a crazy new thing called Looksmaxing, combined with mewing, etc. It's a really scary thing for teens at the moment. Have you heard of it? Mewing? Is it like a cat thing? Mewing is a facial reconstructive technique that involves keeping your tongue on the roof of your mouth to change your jawline's shape. Some supporters claim that if you mew, you can reshape your face for a more defined jawline. I mean, it's already strange, but it's not true, right? There's no fucking way there's enough pressure from your tongue to make structural changes to your jaw. It's so funny. This article, dude, it's all right. Where does mewing come from? Huge paragraph. What is mewing? Paragraph. How to mew? Paragraph. Does mewing work? No. Like, put that at the top, bro. What the fuck? That should be the opening line. How to mew, bro. It doesn't do anything. Why is it called mewing? Oh, it's named after the British orthodontist, Dr. John Mew. Rewind, scratch, reverse. Isn't your tongue by default on the roof of your mouth? Like when I'm sleeping, it is. And you're sleeping for many hours, so maybe I've been mewing the whole time. See this? This is years of fucking, this is Mew Master at work. You see that definition, bro? I'm switching. Mewing is real, and I'm great at it. And I'm gonna do TikToks. We're talking about mewing? That's why they call me Brandon Mewing. And you said what else? You said mewing and looksmaxing. Young men seek to answers to an age-old question: how to be hot. Looksmaxers are a booming online community creating new terms for age-old insecurities. That really cuts to the heart of it, huh? Looksmaxing. The only thing I like about it is the name is very gamer-pilled, which implies to me already a whole host of insecurities that are probably feeding right into this. Kareem Shami, an author and TikTok persona, appeals to young men who want to change their appearance. Skincare routines, hair care, a good night's sleep. These are secret pearls of wisdom. The past year has been me taking things girls have been doing to look better and telling guys to do the same. He got 1.3 million followers. All right, this is his recent video on losing face fat. Doesn't even, there's no advice there. What? Okay, what is his most popular videos?
The forbidden method to having a glow up. So if you guys don't know this, everyone talks about Prime Dylan.
Bro, everyone does talk about Prime Dylan. I mean, come on, dude. Everyone's been talking about 2022 Prime Dylan. It's the talk of the town, talk of the season. Low-key, Dylan fell off. I don't want to be the one to say it. 2023 Dylan, ugly as shit. It makes me want to vomit when I see him. I look at the screen, I want to vomit. Blah. But when I see 2022 Dylan, I think, oh my God, Golden God, Adonis, looks max to the max.
So basically summer 2022, I went through a breakup and I was like full on like depressed, like bad. And it was so bad that
the key is depression. I'll stop you right there. We've all known that. The key to looks maxing, to be as good as 2022 Prime Dylan, is to be depressed. The more depressed you are, the hotter you are. We've all known this. That is why depressed people are so hot. Then I'm fucking Megan Fox. So I think, yeah, the key lesson here is if you have depression, don't try to change. Don't try to improve. Don't try to overcome these obstacles and get out of it, because then you might lose the key to making yourself hot, right? Lean into it. Depressed people famously take really good care of themselves. Exactly. The first thing you do when you're depressed is you get a really good night's sleep regularly. That is like, I think one of the core rites of passage of being depressed is that like you get really dewy skin and you get lots of good sleep. Its suffix comes from the world of role-playing games, in which to max means to fully develop a single character trait like strength or wisdom, but neither of those two things. It's a popular YouTube guy.
Put simply, looksmaxing is the idea of maxing out your looks in every way possible. And
Oh, really?
Some people will start with most of the bar already filled up. These are the genetically gifted.
Those
And others
fuckers.
will only have a little bit filled up and will need to grind out and farm more points to get to that.
Yeah, famously naturally ugly Chris Pratt. Famously Chris Pratt, who was dealt a terrible genetic hand. Oh, weird. Soft maxing is trying to improve your looks by eating better, sleeping better, exercising, skincare, normal stuff. And then hard maxing is like surgery and steroids. This is such a terrible pipeline, directly implying there is a concrete bar of looks. You can only get so far on it with good life choices. And then that final gap can only be done through surgery or steroids. Dude, there's so many maxings. Starve maxing, which is the look maxer's term for extreme fasting. When he was 18, Mr. Shami watched American Psycho. Mr. Shami's main takeaway from the film was not its mordant satire of consumerism, but that it was an aspirational lifestyle guide. That's so fucking true, King. Fucking Tired is thinking that American Psycho is about an American Psycho, and Wired is thinking about how psychotically good looking he is. It will be funny to see how far you could push it. Like, Jordan Belfort was a bad guy, but Wolf of Wall Street glamorizes it. Well, it doesn't even. I mean, Scorsese shows all the bad parts, but it glamorizes it in the first half enough that people idolize him, right? Could you make a glamorous enough, I don't know, Stalin? You know, because Stalin was kind of hot in his 20s. If you look at that old photo, could you make like a young Stalin and it's glamorous enough that everyone's like, you know what, Stalin, I'm Stalin pilled. You know, all the tropes of those movies is that like they grip it and rip it, you know? They have this first half rush, parties, drugs, success, fancy car, beautiful women. And then the last half is always the downfall that everyone ignores because they're like, I wouldn't do that. All these guys watch Wolf of Wall Street and they're like, oh, the secret is just don't do that many Quaaludes. I'll just take the exact formula and then I'll just do 5 less Quaaludes. But it's like the whole point is the environment and the lifestyle and the corruption that you've seeped yourself in. If Stalin looked amazing, I'd consider copying his beauty routine. Like if Stalin was alive today and he had a beauty YouTube channel and he was still putting people in gulags and you were like, that's bad, but you'd still like grit your teeth and watch the beauty YouTube channel to make sure you got like how his mewing regimen or whatever. You would be able to like separate art from artist in that case. You do it with ad blocker though, so he gets no money. That's really based of you. It's almost woke of you. You know what I'm saying? That you would powerfully steal the ad revenue from Stalin as you steal his looks. That's basically the new Hunger Games movie. Everyone likes Snow now because he's hot. He literally sent kids to fight to the death. It's a little different because he literally didn't. Literally is a crazy word there because this is a Hunger Games movie, right? It's not a documentary. And the actor can be quite hot and also in real life is not sending kids to their death. So you can be like, I like the actor. I like how hot he is. He's not killing people for real. He's just a good actor. You know what I'm saying? What I'm talking about is a different scenario where Joseph Stalin is giving you a beauty tutorial and you are watching it in an attempt to copy his looks while still knowing full well of his crimes. I show barbers a picture of him so they know what haircut I want. A pretty good bit is showing up with a truly terrible person to the barber and asking for that look, but being like kind of somber about it. Being like, hey, believe me, I know. I just really want the haircut. Can I get it like this? Listen, I understand. This is what Joseph Stalin looked like young. As we've shown twice now, which is a real problem. But obviously, he pulled it off. Definitely, he pulled it off. I mean, I can see why his rise was such a scent, right? But like, at the end of the day, this guy put a lot of people into gulags. We should at least balance that. He mewed for sure. Yeah, Joseph Stalin, one of the original mewers, dude. Absolutely early on the mew train. Well, Looksmaxing it's a really weird name and conceit and identity, but the actual stuff in the middle, it just seems like taking care of yourself. I mean, this guy's talking about how he wrote a guide to facial gains, which includes hollowing your cheeks, which kind of creeps me out. And there's something called Canthal Tilt. What is Canthal Tilt? Jesus, Lord Christ. Negative Canthal Tilt, it's over for bro. Damn, what the fuck is Canthal Tilt? This feels like a TikTok filter designed to make people want plastic surgery. This feels extremely negative. This feels like a weird thing to make someone insecure about. I've never heard about this my entire life. This feels very eugenics pilled. This is a technique called bone smashing. Okay, it gets so much worse the farther down I go. Bone smashing, in which a Looksmaxer breaks his own jaw or cheekbones in order to make them grow back stronger. Okay, a few examples of him I'm actually tempted to. Okay, all right. All right, more of a joke. I mean, listen, when I was like, I don't know, when you're fucking 15, if your takeaway from this is like, hey, I should get better sleep and, you know, get a nice haircut, that's fine. All the rest of this seems fucking crazy. It feels like making you insecure about things you weren't even aware of. Puberty maxing. Jesus Christ. An introduction to androgens and growth factors. Oh, it's so fucked up. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of fucked up, but not the weirdest thing I've seen on TikTok.